Hi there, I'm Grant and welcome to Civil War 2. So this one's been sitting on my to playlist for a while, and let's have a go now. This is by, I think it's AGEOD, or AGEOD. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, I've never heard it. But yeah, it's a grand strategy game set in Civil War. So I've had a quick look at the tutorials, and I've played several of the other games before, so we're just going to launch straight into the grand campaign as the Union, because it's always nice to be easy the first time you played. Easy. Tried to hammer it at the start and then destroyed later on. Alright, so this is the map. We should have... I don't know why it's starting me all the way down there. Let's just go capital, go to Washington. No, it's early April 1961. New political options and new diplomatic options. I have no armies, apart from an infantry regiment here that is locked. One here. So yeah, I've got several random regiments across the place. So let's see, actually most of the army should be over here, shouldn't it? Got McClellan. Yeah. So yeah, looks like we are at the stage where there is no forces available yet. Doesn't really kick off for a few months yet anyway. So let's have a look at my different decisions. That's not what I wanted. So, no use in the production. I could issue war bonds, I could raise taxes. Do a complete blockade, trade concessions. That's a strategic map. Got until 1866 until I mess this up. Combat power is currently 317. I think the first thing I need to do is raise some troops, isn't it? Right. So at the moment, I haven't got that much I can raise. Raise a brigade in New York. Some artillery somewhere in Pennsylvania. These are taken from here, so I've got my money, victory points, conscripts, war supplies, rail points, and chances for an entry. These guys here are costing me 15 money and 7 conscripts. And of course, they don't come in like fully formed. So the guys I just ordered up, I've got no troops in them. You can see here down the bottom, they're red. And I obviously need some more line infantry, so let's use up all that. I've got those going. Let's have a look at my regional decisions. That increases loyalty for victory points. Don't think I've got any loyalty issues. No, mostly loyal to me. Counter intel, draft, take 10% of loyalty. But would give me an extra 45 conscripts. Let's issue a draft. That'll give me more money. Prize development points. How much development points have we got? Plenty of works and scorched if we don't need any of those. Alright, so having spent most of my money on replacement troops, next turn to see what happens. I'm hoping I have a nice income of troops. There's my artillery. This is progresses, I think, 2 weeks' turns. Right. US government declared blockade of emergency. Right, so we've got a blockade, which is currently at 50%. There was a riot at Pratt Street. Confederate sympathizers. Okay. Virginia just seceded. Lincoln's called for volunteers, so we've got a huge number of conflict countries now. They've attacked Fort Sumter, the Bounders. That's a bit British. Yeah. This is the British fight the American Civil War. Whoever loses, we win. So we're not allowed any corps before 1962. So I'm going to keep my army small. That's fine. It's April. Historic fortifications of the capital. Excellent. Don't build anything in terms of defense structure in Washington, Richmond, and Alexandria before July. It's already underway. I was going to be here for free. Awesome. And at Fort Sumter, Confederates took 100 casualties and we took none. But we defeated. We've lost the fort. Great start to the war. Alright, these are our generals. This is the Washington Reserve, 8th US Army. General pool, so these are divisional generals. They are average 311s, occasional 322s. As you can see, most of my guys are still forming up. We've got some volunteers forming, but they're currently locked. National morale's at 87, started. Yeah. Excellent national resilience. We've got some victory points. There, I think. Yeah. Always find it useful to have a good number of replacement companies. I don't know if the game draws from them. I guess we'll find out. Large force out order. That's just the generals. None of my guys can do anything. Alright. I guess we just recruit some more troops. Do we have any supply? I think we should recruit a supply. The volunteers. And some volunteers in Illinois. Where's Illinois? I know my US geography, of course I do. There we go. Yeah. And then New York. Everyone knows where New York is. And then we'll give Illinois some supplies as well, because we want to get this army there. There we go. I spent up all my troops. Checking back New York. Our first US regiment is forming. The first New York Brigade is forming. But everyone's still locked in place at the moment. Where's that artillery I created? Yeah, everyone's still locked in place. We're still in the panicking stage of the war. People are still leaving. I wonder if this has got a 50-50 flip on Kentucky. Well, no, maybe not even 50-50, maybe like a 25% chance it goes. Confederate forces have been spotted. One I got. There goes Tennessee. There goes Arkansas. And then Charles Schultz has raised troops in New York. Oh, we've actually got an active unit here. Schultz's cavalry. Well, you can start moving down to here. That's going to take them 51 days. Or 16 days if I tell them to move by rail, and as I use some of that rail pool. Banks here hasn't got any troops. Do have my US Marine Corps here. But where's St. Mary's? This is Washington, isn't it? We'll move you into Washington. Yeah. Mostly though, my troops are solidly locked in place still. Yeah, there's going to be no early lightning thrusts to win the war here. Right, let's check F2. So I need 280 of these. Let's spend all our cash on getting that then. The Washington Brigade. US artillery still forming. They haven't got any orders, but that's fine. We'll form these guys up into some form of army later. I'm probably doing this all wrong, and I love that. I love going to games like this blind, and then publicising my humiliation. It's not a fetish, I'll be honest. No, I think games are much more fun if the person you're watching has a chance at losing. I mean, it's like, yeah, I could play some games I've played for years. I'm going to win, but no, I want that chance of losing. I want a hard fight. Right, there goes North Carolina. Martial law in Maryland. Nothing to do with me. St. Louis massacre. All right. Okay, so we know they've got a good number of troops sitting there in Clarksburg. I just have a huge number of generals. Ooh, 2nd Maryland Brigade is up. If you would like to march to Washington. Right. The Illinois militia is still weak. Needs a commander, I think. March up and join with this gentleman here. Potomac Home Forces. Yeah, a lot of these are individual garrisons. This place has a shortcut for this. Ah, I can add sentry for spacebar as well. Interesting. Let's check our... Yeah, we're still short. Huge numbers. Honestly, these companies will be useful later, even if I don't need them now. Friendship Brigade. Right. So in many ways, I still miss Forge of Freedom. That was a fun game. Outdated massively now, but at the time, it did a lot. I mean, I love the randomized generals. I love the well, I got the bit about the increased war support. Right, so up here, we actually have mobile forces. Okay, so we can't form all you guys together. Right, so let's know unassigned generals in Baltimore. Okay, so we need to get you a general. Banks. Banks is here, supposed to form the army. So he's formed the army of Potomac. I'm going to move him to Washington. Will it make difference I tell you about Rail? Yeah, alright. Move you guys in as well. You've got too many troops, so we need to move this guy out. You've got too many troops. Control click, and then I'll try to combine you to a division. I know there's a way. Create core combined units. Right leader. Oh, I have 0 divisions. Oh, of course I can't form divisions until the game already told me that. Alright, let's get one of these generals up. Griffin. March up here. And these West Virginia boys here also need a commander. That seems like a bad idea. General Hamilton, can you please... no, just General Hamilton. Can you attempt to arrive at your troops? Like in a less, getting everyone killed way. More volunteers, let's bring them down to this region. The New York guys are forming. I'm going to start maneuvering troops around now. Get them moving south. I have a rail pool, let's use it. Make try check up north as well. Yep, I've got more troops here. Where do we want to start forming up another army? Luckily the rail pool's fine at the moment. You guys can come down to here. I've been told the rail pool degrades, which kind of makes some sense. So I've got McDowell's army in the Northeast Army of Northeast Virginia. You can take up to 12 units. That's his full 16. When I can start forming divisions, this will get easier. Alright. Oh, I can form a few more brigades now. Centerville. New Yorkers, Ohio. Pennsylvania. Zouaves in New York. The only thing these games they do have, because they break up the states to stop you from having too many troops in each state, just get a little bit crazy at times. I should be focusing more on getting my higher strength guys out, shouldn't I? There we go, that's all my production done. Colonel Ellsworth has died. They were shot by the hotel owner. Okay. Not exactly what you're expecting. But at least we're forming forces here. Colonel Shirts, would you like to move and attempt? You've got cavalry. I'm going to use you to scout Harper's Ferry. Once this main army unlocks, I've got more options. I'm bringing in troops to reinforce as well. Oh, military balloons, excellent. Exactly what we needed. Right. There's 5 guys here. Got Stone's commands up, though he's overstacked. Gets 2 command points from his leader. Yeah. Where's my pool of generals? Would you like to join the 8th Infantry? They're only 15%. So if I put 2 generals in, that solves the problem. Awesome. So if I find Field Scott's General McDowell has got divisions. If I move the 2nd and 3rd division in, that massively overstacks them. Right. No, I wanted to keep them separate. got to do it on the map, haven't I? There we go. That's too much for him to control. Alright, North Virginian Army. Okay. We're at a combat penalty, but I feel like we should start an advance with all that force there. 4th Division is still overstacked. Fifth Division will advance to there. Not my balloon. Garrison stay there, then Hunter's Force. Support that. Tyler's Force can move to London. These gentlemen here need a general. These guys are still coming in. Up here we've got multiple commands. $172. Hamilton's still on his way. Patton's command. I'm going to shift you towards Clarksville. Okay, I've got troops on the move. That's good. Bring you down to Washington. Any other troops knocking around? Yeah, but you're not sorted yet. McClellan's still locked. Not sure if we want him either. No, he's a good organizer, terrible general. Right, you are massively overstacked. You need a general. I need to send a couple of generals this way. He's a fort defender. Send morale. And Wallace. Yeah, that should be fine. I moved all the sorry, all my other generals off somewhere. Right, I'm done. Yeah. For command point penalties, do I need to shift a couple of these guys out into another division? How do you synchronize moves down to there? Who's doing that weird movement there? How about no to that? Excellent. Right. Okay, so this is leveled out now. We've got good number of supplies. Let's get some more field artillery ordered up. Conscripts are still doing well. We're gaining money. We're gaining victory points. Surgery has lost 90 men. Has a morale of 104. And they're winning victory point wise, it's fine. But they've lost 90 men, we've lost no losses. Awesome. I feel like we're doing very well this so far. And now I'd launch an attack. Should I be attacking here? No. Would the president demand it? Yes. Going to hit them before they form up. There's got 1,000 men in there. Alright, we've lost a few the original garrison. Okay. Congress authorized volunteers. Alright, so we can pay for more transcripts. Fort of Richmond, Fort of Richmond! Alright. That's an immediate offensive ordered. Great Comet. Thank you very much, Paradox. And Lincoln's just done his inaugural address. So here, we annihilated the 600 troops of the 1st Georgian Cavalry with no losses of our own. They basically just surrendered to us. We did, however, learn that they have a rather strong force in the region. I'm stacking up far too many troops here. Yeah, these two have got a chance. So they synchronize their movement. Alright, let's get aggressive. I am an aggressive player. Clan is active and now has his own command. I'm getting a good force here, but my generals have not arrived yet. Does someone wake Grant up? He'll probably be drunk somewhere. But that stage the war. We've got Indians. Right. That new supplies is up and ready. Move to an offensive posture with these two. And we're going to see about engaging. Yeah. I'll bring this one up as well. She will bring them up to there to support. They're on offensive posture, that's good. You're overstacked. Oh, it's been renamed Shields Force, okay. You joined the 1st New York Volunteers. That's too big for you to handle. Stone needs another general. Right. 9 and 4. 9 operation at full efficiency. 9 and 6. Wow, we need a lot more generals. Okay, so we need 2 generals for each brigade at the moment. That is horrible. Alright. That allows me to use these guys here. I am worried about that other 6. We're going to mass some more forces down here. Because I am worried about this guy in London. Do we march on Winchester while it seems to be undefended? 34 power is not undefended. Bring him around. And the left flank can support the assault here. Alright. Should I be doing this? Who knows? Let's march on Roller with this lot. Is it actually on or am I turning it off? I think I may just turn it off for the entire army. No, it is synchronized, look. It is appearing above them. Every one of these games is slightly different. Right, okay, we'll march onto Roller. Let's get some more artillery. I feel like I need more artillery. And I want some in the east as well. And some siege artillery, because we know it's going to get brutal down in Richmond. Come on. Alright, we like that. Order up some more cavalry. Two brigades in Ohio. 2 brigades in Pennsylvania. Where the hell's MD? Okay, there we go. Illinois, let's get 2 brigades up here. Alright. I'm out of cash for most of my infantry, so let's just... Okay, that's leveling out, that's fine. Got a lot of troops being created. Let's save my cash. Okay, premium volunteers, I don't feel the need just yet. Rail pool, Liverpool. Build an ironworks in New England. $500,000. Alright, so this I need to save up for. But yeah, this would all be good stuff. I don't feel the need for war bonds just yet. Alright. Let's see what my big offensive of the early war does. Oh, I've got some cavalry up here that's not done anything apparently. This is how they deal with the upper coast, is it? Okay. Move you south. On Butler's command. Just artillery. Do I have anything I can send towards Butler? Don't think so. You can just dig in. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I think everything else is good. I only want to focus on this one attack. Even this could be a massive mistake if these two armies link up. March to the sound of the guns. Then reinforcing heavily. Well, I might be able to get my first ball running. Oh, where did he come from? I have to deal with him. Move these cavalry into support as well. And Alexa to enforce. Right, we're calling for 3-year volunteers. Tennessee have held their election. And we just lost at Centerville. Yeah, they just took it, it's fine. What happened down here? Did you not form up enough to advance? I'm a little bit worried about these numbers. Pull back to here. Bring this guy up with here. Reinforce Harper's Ferry with these guys. Just slightly quicker. Still waiting the rest of his force to arrive. Move you to there. New Jersey Command can come down to Washington. I've got 300, so I can actually do the... Oh, you just have to click on it. Right, okay. That'd be good. Yeah, I'm pretty much at maximum capacity. Placements. Yeah. So we got 88 came in, and we spent more on recruitment. Can't do counterintelligence requisition. Let's build telegraph works. No need for roads. Put landmine down. Not quite in that stage yet. Right. Offensive posture. Hopefully these guys will come down and join. Trying to mass these guys before I go offensive with them. I think the advantage is none of these guys here enough. Alright. Switch you to offensive. See, we've taken that, so we'll hold here. You need another general. I don't think I've got any more generals. I'm not moving Winslow's. I can't move Winslow's got. And this guy here takes 2 generals to flip into anything. I can't promote anyone because they haven't got the experience yet. Oh, definitely dealing with the terrible command, aren't we? The rail network of this region has been destroyed. The hell? Who did that? Let's march more troops in. Oh, at least we'll cross the river. Why do I feel like they've got the ability to like organise their troops much better? We got 2,000 points worth of troops here. Well, that's what my scouts are saying anyway. Charge! Charge! We are getting our faces kicked in by looks of it. Wonder if I can increase the delay on those tooltips. That's fast. Options. Language music, battle animation. Up to medium. Okay, so let's have a look what happened here. We got defeated at Clarksburg. Okay, so I'll be able to do divisions from October. First income tax is involved. Yep, that's never going away. Compensation Act. Lexington camp. Oh, great, we lost Kentucky. Shirts here, lost 1,000 men. Yeah, it's because I went in. Yeah, they sent a full force to Harperstory. That's a skirmish. Yeah, he gets hit again by Beauregard. Hamilton got pushed back at Clarksville. And Shirts just got, yeah. Okay, so that could have gone a lot better. On the plus side, that means those guys have moved north and are not supporting this army. If we push all this lot into here on an offensive posture, like, it just adds you to Stone's command to even help. It does a bit. We've only got 5% malice. Now, I mean, Northeast Virginia is running a horrific one. Don't talk about that. As far as I can tell, Stone's force has been completely destroyed. The left flank is hit. You're retreating into there, that's fine. We've got cavalry here we need to engage. Move you down to support that. We lost Kentucky. Right, McCallan. Oh, does that mean he pre-promoted? He's flashing. Commander-in-Chief of the Northwest Theatre. Nope. Alright. Okay. He's massively overstacked. But that is a force. Let's get them marching. As far as I know, that just increases the chances he will. There's Fremont. You can absorb the Western Frontiers. Just increases the chance he won't do anything. So. Where do I put you into an offensive posture? Let's combine all this into one force. I know it's massive malices, but it is the best I can do at this point. I'm just going to have to take my guys at rubbish. Put you into offensive posture. Need to shift that cavalry from here anyway. It's been pillaged. Developed territory. So it's a lot of cost. I'm not sure what use that is. Developed territory. Increase loyalty. Let's have a go at that. That gives me 5 VP, so yeah, development territory gives me victory points. Awesome. I've got quite a few troops. Got some Pennsylvania troops going in. Let's form up some units in Ohio as well. I'm a little bit worried I'm a bit weak down here. Got some guys in Pennsylvania. What the difference is why some of these are better than the others. And then I'm going to check. Need heavy warships. So far, I'm okay. Okay, so they're not requested, that's fine. Got lots of troops coming out. Alright, let's cycle one last turn, see if I get my engagement down here. I want to end this on a war run. Hopefully successful for me, but yeah. Okay. Hopefully they don't engage before everyone else turns up. Okay, we're fighting in Clarksville. That is more of the speed I'm looking for. Excellent, a victory. They retreated. Excellent, that's a stunning victory for No Commanding General. One of my favourites, that guy. And yeah, we managed to smack those raiders off a bit. Yeah, I will take that. -7 from structural loss, 42 from objectives. Yeah, so we're getting points. We're taking 3,000 losses to their 1,800. They're at 990, but yeah, it's early war. I'm still sorting myself out, figuring out the controls. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I've just tried to go off to prison. Yeah, so I don't know what to say. If you could give us a like, it'd be amazing. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.